Full disclosure, UFO, the Bible and AI. Why will you not get full disclosure from the government is because the government already knows why UFO, or in today's terms U.A.Fs, have been revealing themselves globally. It is because we are at a turning point in human evolution. Our evolution is not in our body, but in how a mind functions. A mind is potentially the most powerful life support system possible because it is an information processor. As an information processor, the only power a mind can recognize is the power of information processing. That processing is based on a physical fact, how anything is defined. The word definition, finite, with the prefix of, means, from the finite, or thing. As the most powerful life support system possible, it takes the longest time to evolve until it is correctly functioning. During its evolution, the mind functions, but incorrectly, and as some evolutionist will tell you, during evolution the evolutionary process will often actually be detrimental to a life form. No new method of staying alive happens all of a sudden, thus is not a contributor to survival, but often a detriment, something evolution theory cannot account for, but is known to actually be the case. This means that evolution is driven and not to achieve a random result, but a result which actually aids in survival. The process may appear random, but the results is well defined. A life form always evolves in order to achieve sustainability, which means that it has to master not just some of the environment, but the whole of it. Only a fully functional information processor can actually achieve that objective. It also means that a mind, being an information processor, must become functionally literate, which can be tested by the use of words. This is one of the functions of the Bible. It is a test of literacy. It is this fact that mankind has discovered, and why that discovery forms two factions. One to stop evolution, because dysfunctional minds actually believe that they are sane, and a faction which knows that mankind is not. So, there is a faction among humanity today, which is actively suppressing the fact that the Bible actually is the most important artifact, technically known as First Contact Protocol, possible, and our government already knows that its construction was not human, thus they know why our alien neighbors are actually strutting their feathers. They are here because as a functionally literate species, they have a vested interest in making sure evolution wins. However, they also already know how that has to be achieved. Not one of us has the mental ability to do that. Nevertheless, the insane among us actually believe that they can outsmart our neighbors. Nothing can be more self-flattering and insane as that. The insane actually believes that through technology they can enslave it better. They have passed our level of technology even before there was a human race. Every insane self-flattering fool actually believes that they can outsmart anyone. All information is processed in binary. It is based on the fact that everything is defined by its limits, also called a container, even a noun, and a relative difference, called material, or again a verb. Currently mankind can make both types of computing, binary performed arithmetically, and binary performed geometrically, often called analog, that is, logos and analogos. However, they have not been successful in combining them into one computer. They are frantically trying to achieve it, but they do not yet have the technology. The insane hopes to be able, with this machine, to remain in power, and they will kill as many people as they deem necessary to keep their secret and to achieve that goal. They simply do not want to grow up. The cusp point, the change in human psychology, may very well be one of the biggest battles in human history. It is a battle most cannot even imagine, or believe. However, our neighbors, who have guided me during my life, has been guiding the life of this planet longer than anyone would believe. That is our job, when we become sane, to be a life support system, not only on Earth, but throughout all of creation. The insane will destroy the Earth, given a chance. What will you do? Which side will you end up supporting? Even if you cannot actually read and comprehend, all you have to do is view the footage of what they can do, what they have done. Do you actually think that the mentally handicapped can win this battle? You can actually ask the question of your own hand. All and every possible method of information processing is derived from the definition of a thing. It is binary. You can apply that binary to your own hand and with it process information by both methods of binary recursion. It is called a metagrammar, or historically, geometry. So, I was asked to show mankind geometry which man has never been able to produce. In fact, much of what I have demonstrated mankind has claimed impossible. So, I was asked to produce a work which will help mankind understand the way to the future, that right now, using our own hand, we can process information better than today's computers. In fact, mankind has always had that physical ability, but not the mental ability. You will find that work, the work I was asked to show mankind, on the Internet Archive under Metagrammar, or Phil 8659. You can discuss it with your own hand, not me, not the gibberish of so-called scientists, or the gibberish of religious leaders. You can examine it for yourself, unless, of course, you are a dumb animal which can only parrot what some alpha animal, real or imagined, tells you to. The war is inevitable. Who survives is up to you. You already know that your leaders will sacrifice the world to stay in power. There you have it. People who believe that they can predict the future being mad, when I have demonstrated that they cannot even predict the motion of a pencil in their own hand. If that demonstration does not humble the so-called literate of the earth, do you think anything can? Do you really think the insane can win? With a pencil and your own hand, you can see the outcome of that contest. Line must be upon line, and precept must be upon precept. Your own hand will not lie to you. Your mind, coupled with your own hand, surpasses the technology of modern computers. So with your hand, you are, if you are intelligent enough, able to judge the outcome. Will you submit to learning how to reason, or will you just become fertilizer?
False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the mind with evil. Phaedo by Plato,